Hi friends, we have came with another interesting topic. I know you all have heard of Afghanistan. If not, then let me tell you that Afghanistan is a small country in the Asia whose people or the tribe were never united in the past. But surprisingly, they were never colonized or occupied by any ruler or the country in the past. Isn't it surprising that the people are not even united? Then also, the other country or the rulers were never able to occupy this country. So, before I start, I want to say a line. This good old graveyard of empires is easy to invade, incredibly difficult to occupy, and even harder to govern. So, before I start, I want to tell you how this great nation has born. Afghanistan celebrates its Independence Day on 19 August because on that day Anglo-Afghan Treaty of 1999 was signed. The treaty granted them complete neutral relationship with Britain. The Anglo-Afghan Treaty of 1999, also known as the Treaty of Rawalpindi, which was made during the Third Anglo-Afghan War between United Kingdom and the Afghanistan. The United Kingdom recognized Afghanistan's independence and agreed that British India would not extend past the Khyber Pass and stopped British subsidies to Afghanistan. Both parties could cancel this treaty within 3 years of signing, but neither party cancelled it. So this became an internationally recognized border agreement. The day marks the end of British control over the country's foreign policy. After three Anglo-Afghan war in the 19th and the 20th century that also compelled the then Afghan border between the Afghanistan and British India, that is Durand Line. But do you know, guys, why Afghanistan is known as the graveyard of empires? So, to understand this, we will take the latest empire or the country which has doomed, and that country is America. So, let me tell you how the mightiest country was not able to uphold and show his strength in Afghanistan. Before that, let me tell you why America had came to Afghanistan. I hope you all have heard of America's 11 September 2001 terrorist attack, which was the series of four attacks. The America suffered 2,977 citizens' death, and later the responsibility of attack was taken up by Al Qaeda, a terrorist organization. And that time America had taken the responsibility to end these warlords, and they sent troops in Afghanistan and other parts of the world. But unfortunately, they had to call back their soldiers who had spent 18 years there with no result and had to negotiate the enemy that they were fighting for 18 years. The Taliban continues to gain strength in Afghanistan and continues to attack on Afghan troops. Groups like ISIS, which were eliminated from most of the Middle East, were also influenced in Afghanistan. The Taliban, ISIS, and various warlords all continue to fight each other, and yet they all managed to fight the USA. The United States has been involved in Afghanistan for almost 18 years, making it the longest conflict in its history. Despite sending more soldiers in Afghanistan than on rebuilding Europe after the World War II, they got only little progress. Or rather, I say no progress. And the second nation in this list is Britain, who had also a glorious past like America, and the country who had controlled or ruled more than 50% of the world at one time or the other. The third name in the list is the mightiest Mughal Empire, which had ruled most of the part of the India, but not able to control the Afghanistan uniformly. I have till now know why Afghanistan is known as graveyard of empires. But guys, are you not eager to know how these mightiest empires and country were doomed in Afghanistan? So the reasons are Afghanistan, which is located on the mainland route between Iran and Central Asia and India, it has been invaded by many times and settled by many tribes, which were mutually hostile to each other and more to the outsider. These tribes were never wanted to subordinate by anyone. And the most important reason is the physical terrain of Afghanistan, which make conquest and rule extremely difficult, and its tribal tendencies. Afghanistan is dominated by some of the highest and most jagged mountains in the world. These include the Hindkush, which dominate the country and run through the center and south of the country, as well as the Pamir Mountains in the east. The Pamir North, where the Hindkush, Pamir, Tian Shan, and the Himalayas all meet, is situated in the country. Guys, if you like the video, then subscribe our channel. Thank you.